What if I told you most people talking about AI agents right now are either oversimplifying them or overhyping them? Because AI agents are not just ChatGPT with tools, and they're definitely not fully autonomous robots replacing humans tomorrow. There's something much more practical and much more powerful. And in this video, I'm going to break it down in a way that actually makes sense. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand what AI agents are, how they work, and how people are actually building them today. Hey everyone, I'm Jasdeep and I break down complex AI concepts so you can use them in real-world systems. Right now, AI agents are everywhere. Every startup pitch, every conference, every LinkedIn post. But most explanations either oversimplify things or make them sound way more magical than they really are. So let's slow down, cut through the noise, and understand what's actually going on. To understand AI agents, you first need to understand how systems make decisions. Because AI is not just one thing, it exists on a spectrum. At one end, you have rule-based systems. Think about something like a CI/CD pipeline. When code is pushed, tests run. If tests pass, deployment happens. If they fail, everything stops. There's no intelligence here, no adaptation. It's just predefined logic. If this happens, then do that. These systems are reliable and predictable, but completely rigid. Now move one step forward. Think about tools like ChatGPT or Claude. You ask something like, why is my API timing out? And it gives you possible reasons. It suggests fixes. It helps you think through the problem. This is not rule-based anymore. This is reasoning. But here's the catch. It only suggests. It doesn't execute. And that's the limitation of LLMs. They can explain things, but they can't actually do things. They can guide you, but they can't interact with your systems. It's like having a real smart engineer who can tell you exactly what's wrong, but can't log into your system and fix it. Now imagine you give that same AI access to tools, access to your cloud environment, access to logs, access to APIs, and the ability to run scripts. Now it doesn't just suggest anymore. Now it can act. It can detect issues, investigate root causes, and take actions. That's where AI agents come in. An AI agent is a system that can understand a goal, make decisions, take actions, and adapt based on results. It's not just thinking anymore, it's doing. It's acting. Now let's break down what actually makes an agent work. First, you have the brain. This is the language model. It decides what to do next. It looks at the goal, understands the situation, and chooses the next step. Second, you have tools. This is how agent interacts with the real world. Things like creating APIs, querying logs, executing code. And here's something important. The AI doesn't directly execute these actions. It decides what should happen, and then the system executes it. That separation is what keeps things controlled and safe. Third, you have memory. Agents need context. Short-term memory is the current task, what just happened. Long-term memory is stored knowledge, things it has seen before. So instead of starting from scratch every time, it can learn and improve. And finally, you have planning. Instead of just reacting to one question, the agent can break down a big goal into steps. For example, if the goal is fix a production issue, the agent can check logs, identify errors, validate dependencies, apply a fix, and then monitor the system. That's what makes it powerful. Now here's something important. Not all agents are fully autonomous. There's actually a spectrum. At one end, you have low autonomy. The AI suggests things, but you're still in control. In the middle, the AI can take some actions, but you approve steps. At the higher end, the AI can run entire workflows on its own. Detect, diagnose, fix, and monitor. More autonomy means more capability, but also more risk. Because if something goes wrong early, it can cascade into bigger issues later. Now let's talk about how agents actually execute tasks. Imagine you're launching a new feature. You need to update backend services, deploy front-end changes, run tests, and monitor performance. One way to do this is sequentially, one step at a time. It's simple, but slow. Another way is parallel execution, multiple things happening at once, fast but more complex to manage. In real-world systems, you almost always see a hybrid approach. Some steps run in parallel, others depend on previous results. Now let's talk about the patterns behind all of this. Because agents don't just randomly act, they follow structured patterns. The first one is react, reason and act. The agent thinks, takes an action, observes the result, and then thinks again. This loop continues until the task is complete. The second pattern is reflection. The agent doesn't just produce an output. It reviews its own work. It improves it before giving you the final result. This is why some agent systems feel much more polished. The third pattern is plan and execute. Instead of figuring things out step by step, the agent creates a full plan first, then executes it. This is much better for complex tasks. Then you have multi-agent systems. Instead of one agent doing everything, you have multiple specialized agents. One handles research, one handles execution, and one reviews results. Just like a real engineering team. And finally, swarm systems. No central controller. Agents coordinate dynamically. This is still evolving, but very powerful for complex systems. Now, if you actually want to build these systems, you need to know the tools people are using. One popular option is LangGraph. It lets you define workflows as graphs with clear structure and control. Great for production systems. Then there is Crew AI. This is more role-based. You define agents like a team with clear responsibilities. Great for getting started quickly. And then there's AutoGen. This is built around agents talking to each other. Perfect for collaborative workflows and human-in-the-loop systems. Which one should you use? It depends. If you want control and reliability, go with LangGraph. If you want speed and simplicity, go with Crew AI. If you want flexibility and collaboration, go with AutoGen. There's no single best tool, only what fits your use case. Now here's my advice. Don't just watch videos like this. Build something. Start small. Maybe a log analysis agent, or a deployment assistant, or even a simple automation workflow. Because watching gives you awareness, but building gives you real understanding. If this video helped you understand AI agents more clearly, make sure to subscribe. My name is Jasdeep, and I break down complex AI concepts like this. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments. See you in the next one.